Hey guys, I just want to stop and as I'm laying down my layment, I thought it's important for me to stop and let you guys know what's important for you to get a good job. All right, again, this is strictly for beginners, so they have an idea of what they're getting themselves into when they take on a project like this. All right, this a disclaimer: I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody who works good with his hands and not scared to take on a challenge. All right, so the challenge for my part now is laying some floating floors in my den area. And again, it's not too hard. A lot of this stuff I'm doing, I learned from YouTube also, okay? So advocate of sharing information and putting it out there for the masses to absorb and make their life a much easier. And again, the whole trick is to try to save as much money as possible, because when you contract these things out, the price tag goes up a lot, all right? Sometimes it costs more for the labor than the materials, and that's just how it goes. But I digress, and I just want to show you guys what you should and have on hand when you start to do this. And this is just simply laying down the underlayment. I haven't even gotten to the floors yet. So I just want to break it down and share this information for you guys. So when you're doing your research, just add this to your toolbox, all right? So let's take a look at the tools I'm using to make this installation go a little smoother and easier, all right? All right, guys. Again, these are the tools I find you're gonna need when you're laying down underlayment, all right, for your floating floor or any floor, pretty much. In my case, I'm installing a floating floor. And what you're gonna need is these basic tools. I recommend to get one of these tools here. Now, this is a small spatula, metal. And the purpose of this here is clean your floors. All right, you must clean your floors. If you do laying this on concrete, which I am, the floors have to be clean. And when I mean clean, try to scrape up all the dry mud that you did the walls, all the thick paint that may have felled on it. Scrape it to the point that you get it all up. And this is an ideal tool. Along doing that, make sure you have your shop vac. All right, in my case, I have a small shop vac. It doesn't matter what you use, just have a vacuum cleaner to get that dust up. So again, you leave a small piece of drywall plaster on that concrete, a little bump, that can affect your floors. You may feel that bump when you lay it down. You may or may not, but again, the point is prepare it. Get it done, scrape it all up. Number two, in my case, as you can see, I'm laying down my underlayment. You need an underlayment, of course. I'm putting down a 6mm polyurethane sheeting over my concrete and then throwing my underlayment on top of that. All right. So you're gonna need some type of seam tape. All right. So pick that up. Make sure you have that. Also, a sharp knife to cut your underlayment, because you're gonna have to work with corners, such I'm doing right over here. So you're gonna have to have a sharp blade. So make sure you have that. Number two, have some type of measuring. All right. Again, when you start working with corners, have a scrap piece of a scrap piece of board, as you can see here, and I have some various measuring items. You may not need all these, but you should at least have one of these. All right. I have a T-square that was for my drywall. I can use it for this. Some type of square here. It doesn't matter. But when you want a straight edge when you start cutting toward corners and cutting around beams or what have you. So just have that. It just makes it easier, and it just gives a more cleaner installation, in my opinion. All right. You're gonna need a measuring tape, which I forgot to add to this. All right, so, and that's pretty much it. All right, now when you're laying, in my case, this is the Bella underlayment. All right, when you install this here, you can see it comes with tape on here. You can't overlap these. These must be butted together. All right, as you can see here. So make sure it's butt together and then tape this down. So just keep that in mind. But if you laying some type of plastic, that can be overlaid. All right, and have that seam tape and put it down. So that's no problem. But as far as the underlayment itself, you cannot overlay these underlayment because you're gonna cause a bump or rise in your insulation. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just felt I needed to put that down or let you guys know. And again, when you install this, all right, just take your time, use your measurement tape, cut around, inch it up. And as you can see, I have a little bit raised up here. It doesn't matter because I'm coming back with a nice straight edge and cut it down to make it nice and clean edge. And as you can see, how I'm doing, I'm taking my lip plastic, coming up on the wall a little bit, and that's fine. Again, you're not going to see that when I put the base molding on it. And again, it just gives a little protection. If any water or anything should fall on this, it keeps it all, you know, from getting underneath. And especially if you have wood underneath this. All right, that's just a little precaution, at least in my opinion. All right. Again, this is how I'm doing it. You may get other people out there say doing it a different way, but this is the way I'm installing it. And it's going to work out. As you can see, I'm almost done. And I have just a little more here to go with. Went into the closet with it. So I'm just going to continue on. But I just want to make this point of this video, or this tip, is the tools that you need. And just take your time in getting this done. All right, guys, let me give you a closer look at what I'm doing. Again, I picked this up at Lumber Liquidators. I ended up kicking up for, you know, the more expensive underlayment. So that's what I have. So I started laying it out now, and it's just straightforward. All right, and again, guys, this is for the beginners. I suggest you guys, when you're laying this down, you have to have some sharp blades, all right, to cut this. And have a piece of wood that you can, or scrap wood or something that you can cut on, so you don't cut into your plastic if you choose to lay down plastic on your concrete. All right. I don't think this is it's not really necessary, but I ended up buying it. They threw it in, so I'm going to utilize it. All right. So the floor is leveled. This concrete floor is leveled. So I'm throwing this down first. And then I'm throwing my laminate on top of that. All right. And what I'm doing, again, it's strictly I'm leaving, coming up on a wall a little bit, as you can see here. And that's pretty much it. All right. There's nothing to it. With this laminate, as you can see on this end here, they do give you tape. So you just have to peel back this tape on the opposite side. And what you're going to do, you're just going to roll this part here over that tape. And now they'll seal up your seams. And that's pretty much it, guys. All right, so let me continue on. I'm gonna set up the time lapse, and I hope you guys will enjoy this. All right, any questions, hit me up in the comments, and let's get into the video. your time. This is a durable project. It's not that difficult. It just takes a little, taking your time, a little planning, and you can get it done. All right, guys. Let me continue on with this. I hope you enjoy this tip. Hit that subscribe button, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this video now. I'm gonna continue with this one, and we'll pick it up when I start laying down the floors. All right, my floors are over here, and I'm just gonna let them sit here for a few days to get acclimated to the area. Don't know it's needed, but that's usually the traditional thing you should do. Let it hang out for about 3 or 4 days, then I'll start my installation. So stay tuned for that next video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, be good out there. Later.